portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking. By supporting NEWS22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Tonight on NEWS22, Savannah Hernandez gives us a look at the last NMSU equestrian meet on their home turf.
Congressman Steve Pierce weighs in on the Obamacare replacement plan.
And some traditional Latin dances were on display yesterday as a part of Latino Week.
All that and more on NEWS22 Wednesday.
Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV NEWS22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Shelby Montgomery.
And I'm Mike Vigil. Congressman Steve Pierce says Republicans have a good plan to replace Obamacare, but there's still work to do.
Pierce says he agrees with the bill bringing a transition period for the state's Medicaid programs. But he says the new plan has many of the same mandates that will increase prices and make health insurance too expensive for some people. He also added that Republicans were left with two choices when it comes to Obamacare: either do nothing or try to come up with something better.
And it's President Trump's first significant Beltway battle, applying enough pressure on enough lawmakers to pass the House Republican health care plan.
Sources say the White House is gearing up for a full-court press, calling it the biggest political effort since the campaign.
President Trump's first significant Beltway battle, applying enough pressure on enough lawmakers to pass the House Republican health care plan. Sources say the White House is gearing up for a full-court press, calling it the biggest political effort since the campaign.
Our team is throughout the administration on local radio and local television to get that message right to the American people.
But the plan is facing attacks from all angles. Some conservative senators and House Republicans say it falls short of the full repeal they're looking for.
I think they are basically taking the Obamacare framework and trying to call it a Republican piece of legislation.
Democrats are united in their opposition to the plan.
Trump care is a mess. It'll mean higher costs and less care for most Americans.
And even some moderate Republicans don't like how the plan would cut Medicaid, with 4 members writing an open letter to Mitch McConnell expressing their concern. The president and Speaker Paul Ryan want their party to get with the program.
It's a complicated process, but actually it's very simple. It's called good health care.
This is an all hands on deck because you know what? We all ran on repealing and replacing Obamacare.
President Trump needs to convert enough skeptical Congress members to give the bill a chance. Tonight, the president will host one of those skeptics.
He's just fine. Don't worry about it.
Former rival Ted Cruz and his wife Heidi at the White House for a private dinner.
It was a really nice day today. Surprisingly warm.
Another beautiful day. And here to tell us more is Jessica with the first look at weather.
Good evening, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions. Right now, we're seeing clear skies at a nice temperature at 69 degrees. Winds coming from the northwest at 1 mile per hour. Humidity at 12%. Our dew point at 20 degrees. And our barometer at 30.2 inches. Today we saw a high of 77 degrees, which is well above our average at 68 degrees, a low of 43 degrees. Our record high sat at 1960 at 82 degrees, and our record low at 1977 at 24 degrees. We didn't see any rainfall today, so our yearly rainfall sits at 2.13 inches. I'll be back later to take a look at our national forecast, but for now, back to the desk.
Across the country, women didn't go to work today for the Day Without Women protest, but Governor Susana Martinez wasn't one of them. Instead, she was working out of her office just like any other day. The protest itself was organized in conjunction with International Women's Day. Its goal was to show women's important role in society. Organizers urged them not to go to work and not spend money if possible. Marches, rallies, and events took place all over the U.S., including here in Las Cruces.
And it looks like Governor Martinez will keep working from the comfort of her office, at least for the short term. She took quite the spill while skiing last weekend in Utah. In a statement, the governor said she hurt her knee. She said she'll get it checked out this weekend. She traveled to Salt Lake City last week for the Republican Governors Association meeting. When asked about her skiing experience, she said it might be due to the lack of slopes in southern New Mexico.
New Mexico lawmakers may have to call a special session if they don't start dealing with the bigger issues. On Tuesday, Governor Martinez said that a special session may be called to deal with issues like the budget. The governor is frustrated that lawmakers have not discussed the pressing issues. She says instead they've debated issues like the state burger and the state dance. The governor is also not happy about the Democrat-controlled Senate. She says they're stalling items and confirmation hearings. And a new report shows that an investment in renewable energy is well worth the cost. The report says the industry has created 11,000 jobs and generated $1.6 billion in economic activity in the last decade. Also, more than 60 solar and wind facilities have been built since 2003. The reports say that the tax credits, which were enacted in 2003, have also cost roughly $120 million. The tax credits are set to expire next year.
The Las Cruces International Film Festival is underway. In the NMSU CMI Theater today, students had a chance to meet the cast of The Tiger Hunter. In the movie is star John Heater, who also played the classic Napoleon Dynamite and Clark in Benchwarmers. The Tiger Hunter is about a young man coming to America from India.
We're doing a festival tour for our movie, The Tiger Hunter. It's a comedy drama about a young guy who comes from India in the 1970s to America on like big quest for success, teams up with some of these guys here, except for her, she's the producer, and kind of launches a maneuver to convince his childhood sweetheart that he's more successful than he is.
The festival will run through Saturday. For more information, visit the festival's website. The Latino Week is finally here. NMSU kick off the celebration with cultural dances. Students from La Academia Dolores Huerta performed yesterday at the Corbett Outdoor Stage. The performances included ballet folklorico with colorful dresses and mariachi. Students shared the stage with the public during their performance. The event was hosted by NMSU's College Assistance Migrant Program, and the purpose is to learn special things about the Hispanic culture.
But it's a great way to enforce that NMSU is a multicultural university, and it's a great way to attract other cultures and celebrate the ones that we have on campus.
Just trying to be proud of the Latino Week and put it out there here in school so people can learn the different varieties of what there is in our heritages that we have in the Mexico.
The events are free to the public, and you can join the Latino Week tomorrow and Friday with more performances.
And stay tuned, Jess will be back with your national forecast.
And later we take a look at the equestrian team's last home meet from this past weekend. More on that when News 22 continues.
Hi, I'm Edmundo Resendez, host of Fronteras, A Changing America. Each week on Fronteras, we discuss issues that are important to our community, issues that affect our daily lives. If you value the service KRWG-TV provides, help us reach our goal of $35,000 and 100 new members by pledging online at krwg.org during KRWG Spring Festival. It's a wonderful time to give. Pledging online only takes a couple of minutes and goes a long way in ensuring that KRWG-TV will be here for you when you need it most. Thank you.
Watch MHZ Worldview on Digital Broadcast Channel 22.2. Every day, world news and public affairs, and every night, international dramas, all in English or with English subtitles. Worldview is also available on Comcast Channel 395 in Las Cruces and 399 in Silver City and Spectrum Channel 1271 in El Paso. Become a member anytime at krwg.org.
And welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. An 18-year-old Las Cruces man is dead after shooting himself while running from police. The man, who police won't identify, died after accidentally shooting himself in the head. Police say he ran from cops after he threatened his sister's boyfriend. As he fled, Memorial Medical Center went on lockdown after they heard about a man that was close by with a gun. Officers finally found him in a drainage area between I-25 and Don Rozier. He tried to hop a fence, and this is where he fired the fatal shot. He had to be transported to Mountain View Hospital because Memorial was still on lockdown. He later died at Mountain View from his injuries.
A Las Cruces man is in custody after allegedly threatening his girlfriend with a butcher knife. Benjamin Speed started arguing with the woman when the argument turned violent. Speed allegedly punched the woman on the shoulder and chest. Police say he also threatened the woman with the butcher knife. A small child was in the apartment when the argument took place. Speed was booked in jail on a $20,000 bond.
This past weekend was the last time the NMSU equestrian team competed on their home field.
And while they went all out to win, the day was filled with mixed emotions as the girls set out on their last ride. Savannah Hernandez has the story.
The NMSU equestrian team geared up in Aggie Crimson one last time, a day that will be remembered for many years among the team, which is being officially disbanded as a sanctioned sport due to lack of funding.
It's definitely a bittersweet day for our program. We've been NCAA for the past 8 years, and so for today to be the last one is definitely heartbreaking.
Caitlin Krein has been on the team for the past 4 years, and although she's from Littleton, Colorado, this corral has become her second home.
I mean, to know this is the last meet New Mexico State will ever have, the equestrian meet, it's really heartbreaking that this is really it. We had barn cleanup last night, and you stand there at the end, and we're like, man, that's the last barn cleanup we ever have. You're changing with the girls in the locker room. You're like, last time we get to do this.
The team first learned they would be disbanded on July 2016, and they were crushed with the news. But then they were given a second chance to try and raise the funds to keep going, but they fell short.
It's hard for us to get the money. We're a small school, it's a small community, we're a small team. Everything about this it was hard for us to do,
And when that happened, it wasn't long until the Regents voted to kill the program for good. Sue Padilla, who the girls have labeled mother of the team, has been with them for the past few years. Despite the team being cut, she hasn't stopped trying to fundraise to keep the program alive.
It's tough, especially those girls that are graduating, knowing this is their last home meet. And I mean, it's hard. It's emotional for everybody. We love these girls, and we just want to keep nurturing those that are going to come and join us here in the future and keep the ones that we have here with us.
While Oklahoma State University is not experiencing any financial difficulties, they do understand and support New Mexico State's equestrian team during their very last season.
We have kept in our minds that this is the last show here, and we really feel our hearts really go out to the girls that are losing this opportunity to ride. And as much as we want to come in here and kick their butt, we also realize we feel for them very strongly.
The NMSU equestrian members are allowed to transfer to another college, or they can continue their education under their scholarships. And while the program is ending, the competitive young woman who made this team will never be forgotten. Savannah Hernandez, News 22.
Let's see what the weather looks like around the nation.
Jess is next with the weather.gov national forecast.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our national forecast. So over here, we'll see San Francisco at a nice 64 degrees, Salt Lake City at 56 degrees, Lubbock at 77 degrees, Dallas at 73 degrees, New Orleans at 71 degrees, Jacksonville at 80 degrees, and Norfolk at 64 degrees. On my next map, you'll see that strong winds are roaring eastward from the Great Lakes to the Central Appalachians. This is causing some major power outages and some major property damage at this time, so be wary if you're traveling this way. On my next map, you'll see that the folks in Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina are experiencing some possible snow. Snow up to 1 to 2 inches, not sure yet, but again, be wary of the travel hazards. I'll be back after the break to take a look at your New Mexico forecast.
Welcome to an exciting new season of New Scandinavian Cooking,
the international cooking series that explores Scandinavian cuisine, culture, and history.
Thursday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG.
From the Civil War to jazz to baseball, no one tells the complex and incredible stories of our country like Ken Burns. Join host Tom Hanks for a celebration of the work of the legendary filmmaker in this special tribute, Ken Burns, America's Storyteller.
Thursday at 10 p.m. on KRWG TV.
Welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our New Mexico conditions. So currently we see Farmington sitting at 55 degrees, Gallup at 50 degrees, Santa Fe at 54 degrees, Albuquerque at 61 degrees, Clovis right above just at 62 degrees, Socorro tying up with Clovis at 62 degrees, Ruidoso 55 degrees, Roswell at 66 degrees, Las Cruces at 69 degrees, and Deming at 66 degrees. So for tomorrow, we can look forward to just about the same temperatures. So Farmington at 66 degrees, Santa Fe 65 degrees, Gallup 68 degrees, Albuquerque 73 degrees, Clovis at a nice warm 82 degrees, Socorro at 77 degrees, Ruidoso at 70 degrees, Roswell at 87 degrees, Las Cruces we're going to be looking at a nice hot 83 degrees tomorrow, and Deming you can expect 83 degrees tomorrow as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at our sister cities. So in Alamogordo, you can expect some nice clear skies tonight, sitting at 64 degrees, sunny tomorrow at 80 degrees. In TRC, expect some clear skies as well at 71 degrees and sunny at 82 degrees. In Silver City, again, clear skies at 56 degrees with sunny skies at 74 degrees. And in the beautiful city of Las Cruces, we can expect a low of 43 degrees tonight with some clear skies, some partly cloudy skies tomorrow sitting at 83 degrees. I'll be back later to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
A junior high school in California is responding after offensive flyers targeting Muslims were found in the halls of the school.
That's the first story in tonight's Southwest Minute. Two 8th grade students took flyers down and turned them into school officials. The flyers depicted the Porky Pig character popping out of a drum that had the words Muslim Looney Tunes written on it. The student responsible has been identified and disciplined. The school counselors are talking to students about tolerance and respect. The image on the flyer came from a 2013 episode of a popular TV show. An assault suspect led sheriff's deputies on a high-speed chase in the Los Angeles area yesterday. The suspect was driving an SUV and sped along rural roads, reaching speeds of up to 75 miles an hour. At one point, the suspect went off-roading to try to get away from police, but deputies eventually forced him to stop. The suspect tried to flee on foot, but a deputy tackled him. A Texas judge has declared a man competent to stand trial. The man is accused of fatally shooting a deputy. Shannon Miles is accused of sneaking up and opening fire on a deputy while he was filling his car at a gas station in 2015. After Wednesday's competency ruling, Miles was formally arraigned and his attorney entered a not guilty plea. Miles' defense attorney asked for another month to determine if he's sane. And Faith Shafani's next with sports.
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, we'll take a look at how the baseball team did against UNM. Don't lose faith because NEWS22 Sports is next.
On Masterpiece.
I'm so bored of this. You cannot believe that a member of the British royal family would contemplate regicide.
A word of warning, the Queen should take care.
A harmless flirtation, is that what you called it?
You have your freedom. Don't give it up for a man.
Am I simply a vessel to be protected because I'm carrying precious cargo? It's my duty to show myself to my people.
It's too dangerous.
Victoria, the season finale on Masterpiece.
Thursday at 7 p.m. on KRWG TV.
When these guns get put to good use, Yanks won't know what hit them.
Emancipation is inevitable. You may not like it.
I don't like it.
There's a school in Philadelphia.
Offering me an opportunity.
What will you be? A symbol of their generosity?
If I'm in any way responsible for derailing you,
I never said that it was your fault.
your eyes say it.
I shouldn't have let her go. I should have made him keep her there.
All along you were leading him on. Those men are looking for evidence of murder.
Friday at 11 p.m. on KRWG TV.
This is KRWG TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Faith Shafani, and let's talk sports. The NM State baseball team is recovering after a tough loss to UNM yesterday in the Battle of I-25. The Aggies fell 8-2 against the Lobos at Southwest University Park and are now 9-6 overall. Head coach Brian Green states, "We're still trying to find our way in terms of toughness and competing consistently. We've had some really good performances this year, but we've also had some poor performances. We've got to find a way to find consistency." The Aggies look to find this consistency as they travel to Salt Lake City this weekend for a 3-game series against the Utah Utes. Saturday, the Aggie men's basketball team sent out 2 seniors. Blas Maestas reports on their last regular season game.
Was there another story? Wipe. Roll it, wipe. Cue. Or no?
Collegiate careers, Matt Taylor and Ian Baker are leaving it all on the court.
It's just confidence, really. My coaches have confidence in me, to knock down shots because they see the work that I put in.
I just want to show them what I've been showing them for the last 4 years. Just want to put it all out there and just get a win.
Both players were able to give New Mexico State fans a memorable show by blowing out their opponent. Ian and Matt were proud to go out with a win over UT Rio Grande Valley by a score of 107-81. After the game, they spoke about all the emotions that went on.
I just want to thank you for all the support and for continuing to be my family, and I'll always be an Aggie. Aggie up!
I'm thankful for the opportunity. I just want to thank New Mexico State, thank our coaches, thank my teammates.
After thanking fans, they went on to express how they and the team will go into the WAC tournament.
Of course, man, we're ready for whatever. Yeah, we're at a point where it's do or die for us, and so, we're just going to go out fighting.
They go into Vegas as the 2 seed in the WAC and will face Chicago State in their first tournament game. For NEWS22, I'm Blas Maestas.
Today, Barcelona is celebrating the greatest comeback in Champions League history. Paris Saint-Germain defeated them 4-0 in the first leg, but just when all hope seemed lost, they kicked their way back to victory in the second leg. Even though each team won a match, Barcelona is victorious because they outscored PSG 6-5. To put it in perspective, this comeback is as impressive as the Patriots' 25-point comeback in the second half of Super Bowl 51. And tonight's play of the day is brought to you by Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks, as Dirk reached an historic milestone in last night's game against the Lakers. Enjoy.
Dirk got one shot. He's about to get another one. Down low against Larry Nance Jr. Here it is. He's done it. 30,000 points. Dirk Nowitzki. Number 41. Dirk Nowitzki.
And that's all for NEWS22 Sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on NEWS22, Jess will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast. But first, the flavor scientists at Ben & Jerry's are at it again. Find out their new flavors when NEWS22 returns.
Hi, I'm Marcus Royo, Underwriting Coordinator at KRWG. As a musician, I really enjoy all the great music programming on KRWG, such as Music Spotlight and Austin City Limits, and all the great local and national programming that is offered to our community. Help us reach our goal of $35,000 and 100 new members by pledging your donation locally at 646-2075, toll free at 1-888-922-5794, and online at krwg.org.
And welcome back. Let's take a look at our top stories. Renewable energy sources prove they've been well worth the cost. Las Cruces Film Fest rolled through NMSU today for a meet and greet with actors from cult classics. And Savannah Hernandez took us on one last ride with the NMSU equestrian team.
The ice cream company Ben & Jerry's is introducing 3 new flavors inspired by breakfast cereals. Ben & Jerry calls them cereal splashbacks. Each of the new flavors contain a swirl of cereal. Flavors include Fruit Loot, Frozen Flakes, and Coco Loco. The new flavors will be serviced exclusively at Ben & Jerry's Scoop Shop starting this month.
May have to take a trip to Ben & Jerry's. I don't know. Do we have one here in Las Cruces?
I don't think we do.
No, I don't think so. But that ice cream is definitely going to help us with these hot temperatures that we're going to be seeing here this week.
That's good. So we might be having to take a drive somewhere soon. You never know.
Excited to try that Coco Loco.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely think so. So this week, like I said, we're going to see some pretty hot temperatures and a lot of sun. So tomorrow you can expect a high of 83 and a low of 46. Friday, very sunny skies at 83 degrees again and 47. So if you're like me, lather on that sunscreen this week because you're bound to get sunburned if you don't. Saturday, sunny skies at 81 and a low of 44. Sunday, partly sunny skies with a little bit of a lower temperature at 71 and our low at 47. And then on Monday, sunny skies again, right back up to those high temperatures at 79 and a low of 45.
So lots of good weather for the week.
Absolutely, it's going to be beautiful. So we can finally get those shorts out and those sandals. You never know with New Mexico, so.
That's good though. It'll be good weather for, you got the film festival going on, you got a bunch of other stuff going on in town, so that'll be good for that.
Excited for some good weather finally.
Yes, finally. We've waited so long, I feel like.
Well, I mean, it's been nice weather here. I'm not going to complain. I'm back from up north, so it's been snowing the whole time. So it's nice to be down here.
I'm just happy to see the sun again.
Yeah.
But like I said, sunscreen is vital this week.
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight.
And tune in tomorrow night for News 22 Thursday. I'm Shelby Montgomery.
I'm Mike Vigil.
And I'm Jessica Nevades. Good night.
Local support for a portion of today's programming is provided by Wells Fargo. Our support of Aggie students goes beyond just banking. By supporting News 22, we're giving back to the community. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far.
Hi, I'm Charles Wagner of Sertoma Club of Las Cruces. We are proud supporters of KRWG TV. We believe in giving back to our community as KRWG does. And by being a challenge grantor for KRWG, we feel it is one way to give to our community. We urge you to also support KRWG, your local PBS television station, by calling in your pledge this evening. Your contribution will continue the quality program you have grown to love and look forward to. Please take a moment and call 1-888-922-5794 or log on to their secure website, krwg.org. We thank you in advance for giving back to your community by supporting KRWG TV.
This is KRWG Las Cruces, serving the entire region thanks to your support. Become a member anytime at krwg.org.
It's